Hi everybody, YouTube wouldn't let me upload everything in one video, so we had to split it up into two. There might be a little bit of an awkward pause. I hope that everything goes all right after that. Thanks. And this is what I call your ugly coat. This coat is going to be ugly. It's not going to cover 100%, but that helps also seal your edges down too at the same time. So you're just going to straight up and down. All through the stencil. And you'll still be able to see your top through it. And that's okay. And as you can see, I'm going right over the white too. Getting it all. Now, if you were to go side to side, what would happen is it can get underneath the stencil. And that'll lead to bleeding, and that's a whole headache that we don't want. We can fix it, and then if that does happen, if you do have a lot of bleeding, please call me at the studio number. It gets right through to my cell phone, and the number for that is 989-266-3035. If any problems happen during this process, and I can almost have a fix for everything, any kind of problem that you might run into. I've only done this a few hundred times, so I've learned many tricks along the way. And you're using very little paint. Stenciling doesn't take much paint at all. I'm just going to do this whole first coat. And then the great thing about Dixie Belle is it does tend to dry kind of quickly. So by the time I'm done with this, I can start back over and put the second coat on so there's no waiting. My son's trying to make faces at me, trying to get me to laugh or do something crazy. And, you know, so if I do, or if I start throwing things, you know why. I'm just throwing them at him. He's a little bit of a dorky boy. He wants to stop the video, and I told him no, we have to do the whole stencil. Okay, so my son had to move, so I'm just gonna keep going at. And I know that there's some cracks. They're not huge cracks, but like mine's gonna go in. Part of my stencil's gonna go into the crack, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much because these are farmhouse benches, so they're not supposed to be exactly perfect. And just keep going with that light first coat. And I do this kind of fast. You don't have to go as fast as I'm doing it. I've just done these a lot of times, so I'm kind of can go a little bit quicker. And we're going to keep going here. If you guys can hear my TV, sorry, I forgot to pause it before I came out to start this portion of it. Just listening to some more news on the COVID-19. Okay, and now as you can see, I finished it all, and I'm just going to start, and this time I'm going to put a little bit more paint on my makeup sponge, and I'm going to do another coat, and this will be my last coat. Some people do like it when just the first coat, when the wood is still showing through, and if you like that look, then you're done. And then as soon as I'm done with this next coat, I will show you how to pull off the stencil. And then hope that I don't have any bleeding. And the reason why I choose to use the makeup sponges rather than the stencil brushes is because we can throw these away. We don't have to wash them, so it's easy cleanup for everybody. And when we do these projects at home, can't always send brushes home with people so that they can do this at home. I hope this video is helpful. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call me. Hopefully this will be over soon and we can start having classes in the studio again. I got a lot of cool stuff that I want to do, but I'm scared to post it because I don't want to jinx myself. And one more part, and then I will be done. And as you can see, I just used what little paint was in the cap, and that's done the whole entire thing. Again, very little paint is used for stenciling. And if anybody was wondering, all of our products that we use are water-based. And Dixie Belle, the cool thing about it is it's 100% made in the USA. Their factory is in Florida. And there's nothing in there that can harm you. So let's say if a small child got into it, it would not harm them. It wouldn't taste very good, I don't think, but it would not do any harm to the child. There, now I am all finished with that. So I like to pull off my stencil when it's still wet. I think it helps so that the stencil doesn't sit on the bench too long and want to adhere even more. One thing, do not use a blow dryer on the stencil. What happens is the stickiness of it adheres even more and you'll end up pulling up wood splinters. So to pull our stencil off, we're going to go against the grain this time. I know I've told you to go with the grain for painting or for staining, and now we're going to go against the grain. So I just pulled up my edges, and then I just started, and you just rip it off like a Band-Aid. You can go slow. I find that when you go, the slower you go, it ends up falling back down onto the bench, and then you get like paint marks. So then I'm just going to rip this middle out. And now for the tweezers that we have in our kits. I gotta find mine. I might have lost them. Oh, my son Bradley's handing them to me. So for the tweezers, what you're gonna do with the tweezers is you're gonna go in and you can kind of see where the stencil still is. And we're gonna pull that off. Maybe. Well, let me do one that's closer to me. We're going to take it, and you're just going to kind of grab an edge and just start pulling. And again, I ripped that one off pretty slow, so it came back down on me. The faster you rip them off, the better. And I got all these little tiny itty bitty pieces that I have to get. Go up here, maybe, yep. I got it. And you just do that until it's all finished. And ladies and gentlemen, I would really appreciate it if you'd either on Facebook or through email me the pictures of your benches so that I can post them and everybody can see what an amazing job you did from home. And then I will have this one posted too of my bench. So thank you for doing a class with me, and I hope everybody stays safe and stays at home and stays healthy. Thank you. Bye. Hi everybody. YouTube wouldn't let me upload everything in one video, so we had to split it up into two. There might be a little bit of an awkward pause. I hope that everything goes all right after that. Thanks.